Hey, you alright? You join me on what is a rather drizzly Sunday morning. It's now about 7:45, and today we are going down to Southside Car Meet on Wimbledon Common. Now, I thought this was a relatively secretive event. I hadn't heard of it before. I'd never seen anything about it on the internet, and the things that I could find were quite vague. I found a rough starting time and a rough location for where it's going to be. But it was recommended to me by a friend, and we are going to link up with them first in Hammersmith on our way down to Wimbledon. Hopefully we will see some people we've met before, see some new faces, but I'm going to go around, same as usual, get some interviews, maybe find a couple leads for maybe a couple future films. But yeah, it's time we head off. It's going to be a nice early morning Sunday drive, and you're going to join me for it every step of the way. Welcome to the review. Right, I've just pulled up at Wimbledon Common. It's busy. It's busy. Apparently, even by this place's standards, this is the first time I've been here, but I know people who've been before, and even they think it's quite busy, which is, good for me. It means I can meet more people, take more photos, take some more videos, hopefully get some decent interviews, and we'll see how it goes. What's your name and what do you drive?
My name is David Bing. I live in Wimbledon. I had this car since '68. It's got the Bristol engine, which is the best engine you can have. So it's a 100 D2. When I bought it in 1968, the guy who sold it to me said that it blew a piston in the early 60s, and so it has a spare engine. Do you want it? So I have a spare Bristol engine.
So you have two Bristol engines?
I do. I have two Bristol engines, and I had the one with the blown piston restored in the last 10 years. So, yes.
So if you blow another, you're safe then?
Indeed, I could put another Bristol engine in it, which are also quite rare.
So it's a 57, right?
This is a 57, yeah.
And was it just the one owner before you?
Yes, yeah.
I see. Do you take it out often?
No. It's one of my New Year resolutions is to take it out more often and enjoy it. I take it out to enjoy it and for it to be admired, really.
And that it is, I assure you.
Yeah. I have a son, you're not as tall as you, and he can't get in it.
No?
No. So you definitely couldn't.
Dare I ask, how many miles?
How many miles have I done in it? Probably 1,500.
1,500?
So
In many years?
Well, it was a wreck from 72 to 2009.
Was that
When I said it was always a retirement project.
Oh, yes.
And I said, I thought to myself, A, it's beyond my skill level, because there was a lot of corrosion between the bodywork and the aluminium and the steel chassis. So it basically needed completely rebuilding. And it took him 5 years it took this bloke 5 years to rebuild it. I have a vague idea as to how much it cost to rebuild.
We tried to hide these
And my
numbers from
wife has no
ourselves.
idea how much it cost.
If it were I, it would be quite the same.
350 Hunter.
It sounds so good.
So, what's your name and what do you drive?
I'm Cameron, and this is my Triumph Stag.
Have you got plans for it in the future?
Yes, a few plans. Going to get the interior redone because it's pretty shagged. Sort of steering all over. Maybe get a new set of wheels on it. Rebuild the bottom end. And just generally enjoy it and drive it.
do you mind telling us how you came by it?
Well, unfortunately, my dad passed away recently. He had it for best part of about 15 years, and yeah, it's effectively my inheritance. But it's much better inheritance than, say, I don't know, as my friend Lorenzo said, teapots.
It's a hell of a lot better.
It's a lot better,
than
a lot more
teapots.
fun.
And do you use it often, or do you just try and use
Yeah,
it?
I try and use it as much as I can, especially on days like this when it's, reasonably sunny. And I think that's exactly what I want me to do, is use it, use it and abuse it.
Yeah, abusing it a lot.
Not too much, because it does need that bottom end rebuild, but, send it sideways a little bit.
So it's always a little bit. Are you in London?
Yeah, sort of South Croydon area.
Oh, right. So yeah, lucky to be ULEZ compliant.
Absolutely.
Once it's 40, it stops making emissions. Right?
Exactly, yeah, it stops making emissions at all. Definitely doesn't burn the oil. Never do that.
Oh, it smells bad!
What's your name and what do you drive?
I'm Simon and I drive 1991 Saab 900. Saab 900S.
This is a bit of a special one.
Yeah, no, it's quite. So I've had it for 3 years. I bought it off of an actor who lives in Hackney, and he was getting rid of it, I think, because of ULEZ. I drove it back, overheating. So then I found out it was the radiator fan that wasn't cutting in. So I just wired a switch up to the dashboard for the fan, and every time I sat in traffic, I just switched it on, and that sort of did that. Kind of kept it going for the first year.
Yeah.
And then actually, lockdown happened, and I started learning how to properly fix it. So lots of things like the crankshaft pulley separated on the way home from uni. So I did that. And the head gasket finally went, so I had to do that. And it's just been, it's a sinking ship.
The sinking ship, but she's still floating.
Yeah,
which is good.
Still kind of, yeah.
It's been driven a lot. Do you drive it a lot still?
Yeah, it's my only car. So I drive it into London regularly, pay the ULEZ and whatnot.
What year is it?
91.
91, so you've got a little while yet.
Yeah, it's got quite a while to go. But yeah, no, it gets used all the time. And I think, it's a very, when maintained properly, it's a very useful vehicle. I work in film. There's a lot of sort of excursions that it's been on where it's been actually quite useful.
Has it ever been a camera car?
It's been a camera car, yeah. The tailgate's been up. One of my friends sat in the back with his camera actually, but it's very useful in that respect. Towed one of the golf carts that ran out of battery once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So she's a workhorse and she gets it done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she definitely earns her keep.
Have you got anything planned for it in the future? Or is it just keeping it alive?
Just keep. If money was no object, I'd restore it to the nth degree and drive it into the ground again.
Right. So that is Wimbledon Common done. It took me a little while to start talking to people. I was going around most of the time getting beauty shots, but I think I interviewed 3 or 4. We'll find that out in the edit. But it was good. It was really good. I forgot to film an outro for it before I left, so sorry if there's a bit too much exhaust noise because it's a bit drony in here. But no, it was good. Met some cool people. Really old, dilapidated Saab. The guy I spoke to wanted to restore it, which I respect. There was a lot of work to be done. Really old AC as well, 1957, with dual overhead cams, which I did not see coming for a car of that age. But I'm heading off to a friend's place now. We're going to Chapman. He was in the last video. We had the MX-3 V6. And he's got a couple other cool bits and bobs too, which he also said in the last video. So maybe we'll do some filming when I get there. Maybe a follow-up interview, maybe a little tour. I'll see what I can get away with. So I've made it to Chapman's. We're working on James's Honda and Chapman's MX-3 V6. Chapman's just changed his battery and saved 15 kilos. He's had to 3D print a custom design battery mount for it to make sure that it stays in. And now they're in charge of wiring. But yeah.
The nut and then that's above.
I think you know I'm right now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Look.
Look, it's
No.
below.
No,
below.
it's not. Look. but that's the third one. That's not.
No, that's the bottom one.
Yeah. Chapman's got a fetish for disabled grannies, English ones.
Is that true?
Yeah, he goes for like the youngest ones he'll go for are like 80 or 85. Yeah. It's pretty disgusting.
Oh no.
That's more oil than they're supposed to be in the spark plug hole. I'm doing an impression of a mechanic. Well, that was very loose.
And that wasn't even the one that had oil in it.
That one was very loose. I wasn't even tight.
Did you talk these at all? Like,
Me personally, no.
oh, this is the first time you changed them?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's going to be a really nice rainbow effect on the floor. Come on, man.
Lefty Lucy, yeah?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Right, so what's our predicament? What have you done? Or what have you not done, rather?
So I forgot to bring an oil filter socket. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
I said it.
That, and did you know where the oil filter was?
No, but that's a minor problem which is now sorted. So
We know where it is, but we can't get to it. And we don't have anything to take it off with. So...
I think we should leave it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to leave without oil in the car, because you already drained it, just fill it up, waste 5 litres, go home, and then do the whole
It's
thing
not a
again.
waste. It's never a waste for Rhonda.
Rhonda?
Nothing's a waste for Rhonda.
Rhonda the Honda.
I see you're familiar.
Yeah, with Matt.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go, do a bit of a, come back, put oil in,
Put the oil in, and then cry.
burn out, drift.
Speaking of burning, actually, I wonder if that alcohol's evaporated yet.
Yo, I might not need a lighter for this suit. there might be a fireball here.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's only on the exhaust. It's not like that gets hot or anything.
Nah, that's the cold.
That's the cold side.
Cold side.
Yeah. Seems legit.
Yeah.
This is not a tutorial channel.
No. Do not listen to.
Don't listen to a single word.
Don't do it. I need to wiggle it through.
So what benefit is all of this pain getting you? What's the benefit of all the pain?
I'll just undo this one. So we have all the spares for Starion, all the spares for Skyline, all the spares for Mazda. Some stuff for the Starlet, K-swap.
And a cello, just in case.
Yeah, that's my shot. And then Recaro for the Starlet when it's done. And then you got some NK.
Oh yeah, it does look like
But that's not mine. Someone just decided to store here. I got spare tires, just in case I fuck up.
First off, what was wrong with the old one?
Old one was a bit flimsy, and there's bits that are not measured correctly, so we're gonna rectify that. And we're gonna get rid of the central piece. So let's go there and there. And we're just gonna cut it out.
What switches are those?
What is
They're red.
brown? I think.
Brown.
I really don't know because I've not gamed since I was 16. So
Keyboard switches are not about gaming. It's a typist thing.
Yeah, but I rarely even care about it. If it works, it works. If it don't work, it don't work.
Valid.
That's how I see it. I mean, that's like most of the stuff I make. If it works, fair play. If it don't work, well,
Then there's an issue.
I'm f***ed. Yes, I think if you post this on YouTube, all the engineers are gonna say that's f***ed. That's probably
You're
f***ed.
assuming there are engineers that watch my YouTube.
I am assuming because it's a new channel, but because everyone now at Vanguard now watches it, you definitely have that odd engineer somewhere. Hey? Just saying.
That's alright. Well, they know who you are, so they can fight you in person. It's not
They
my
know-
problem.
They know who I am. I don't want to know who they are. I mean, I graduated as an architect, not a f***ing engineer, but I guess we do.
You got to think about some engineering in architecture.
Yeah, some, which is a lot, but still. I mean, I guess all my designs haven't crumbled down at this point, so.
Well, I mean, the last one did, but
What
that's why
last
we're
one?
redesigning it.
That's for architecture, though. That's just experimental decomposition.
Experimental
There you
decomposition.
go.
Rapid unscheduled
Yeah,
disassembly.
exactly. There you go. Yeah.
It is time for me to head home. James did manage to get his oil change done, somewhat. He'll need to do the whole thing pretty much again when he gets home because he's just changed the oil. He's not changed the filter. So a little bit of a waste of time, but you know, if it's fine for now, it's fine for now. But I'm about to head home, about to hit the road, go back up the M4 towards London. Then I'll get home and everything will be fine. So I've made it home. It's been a bit of a long day. I was up quite early and we've only got back now. It's about 4:30. Southside was good. Southside was nice. It was nice meeting people. I've already spoken about that AC from 1957, but I have pulled into the garage now because it's pretty windy outside. So I've had to put an extra light on here if I look a little bit weird. And yes, that is a garden fork, but this is a tiny garage. It's just about big enough for Keith with enough room for me to get out. Anyway, I should leave because I've got a lot of editing to do if I'm going to get this out on time. And hopefully I will see you next week. This has been the review. Thank you for watching.